Hello friends, welcome back to the Mondesla YouTube channel. Over here, really happy to see you around. So last time I just released a new video about the Tesla Model Y performance version, made in Germany version. So if you have not seen it, yeah, I will be putting the link right in the description so you can go and check it. So this video is the same series of the mobility of the future, where I talk mostly about electrical vehicles, because I really think they are the future of the mobility, and especially the individual mobility. So yeah, this video kind of changed a lot of things about how I made videos and how I see this channel going forward. So in that same series about the mobility of the future, today I'm going to be telling you about this opportunity I had from Ford to test their Mustang Mach E. So the Mustang Mach E, it's some kind of controversial Mustang version from Ford, actually. So I have friends that are still driving ICEs and really enjoying driving ICEs, so they hate this car. They naturally hate already like electrical vehicles, but they particularly hate this car, this Mustang Mach E. So in this video I'm going to be telling you about how it felt, how it was driving this car. I'll be showing you the interior of this car, the outside of it, and also I'll be giving you my thoughts about this car. So let's go, let's start. So let's start with the outside. As you can see, I was lucky to have this white, very visible Mach E from Ford, and I really loved it. So the design is really futuristic. It has not really anything to have, I mean, it is really futuristic, and especially it kind of respects also like the traditional Ford, especially the Mustang, because this is a car that this is actually the problem that is traditional car makers are really facing, which is supposed to be respecting the tradition, respecting the heritage that they do have from these old cars, especially with this one, because it has even like a Mustang name, so it comes with a loaded baggage of heritage. And yeah, for me it kind of succeeds in that way. It really reminds me these Mustangs, probably not the ones from the 1960s or even the 70s, but these new ones, like the new ones with bigger grills, like with bigger noses. Yeah, so this car is really beautiful. I've liked it. So as you can see, the front is so Mustang. The front is so Mustangy. Now the front really has that Mustang grille. It's not a grille. It's being an electrical vehicle, it does not have a grille. So the front, but it has this logo. It has this logo from Mustang that reminds this whole heritage of the Mustangs. This car being an electrical vehicle, so it does not really have a motor, like an engine in the front. So it has a front boost like the Teslas, like I was showing in the other Teslas, the Model 3 and the Model Y do have this front boot, and it has also this the behind, like the back, the normal boot. So their capacities, I'm not trying, because this is a video that kinds of come down the road, so I don't expect me to be giving you all the numbers of the capacity. I could go and look for them and then put them in the video, but yeah, this is not what I'm just trying to give you the feeling, the idea of what I think this car is and how it made me feel, you know. So it has enough, for me, it has enough space for a car of its size, and it's kind of a family car because it's kind of an SUV. So I don't really see young single people trying to buy this car. This car is kind of addressing a more mature public, a more like, I see married couple owning this car as their main car, actually. So the other thing I want to talk about is the driving seat. So the driving seat is super comfortable. They went with this idea of also like having a screen, like this screen is in a portrait mode. If you compare it with the Teslas, where it is normally in a landscape position, this one is in a portrait position, and it's still usable. It's still really interesting, I think, for newcomers, for new people that never like used other cars system, other more, I mean, I'm trying not to say Teslas, but yeah, for those who have never used Teslas, yeah, they will find this system really kind of intuitive and kind of usable. It has even like a physical wheel, like a small physical wheel where you can still interact with the screen even if like it's not really responding. I had the car not long enough to be able to test a lot of things, especially like the OS, and go in details and try to really understand and try to really be able to pinpoint what is working well and what is not working. But yes, from the little time I had, I really found the car really kind of usable. The sound system too is really good, and yeah, it's really pretty comfortable space inside the car. You have enough, even in the back seats, you have enough knee space, you have enough head space. So it's a really comfortable car. I see the car being able to carry like 4 full adults with no problem, with no big problem, because they can really sit comfortably in the car. The other thing, the driving experience. It's really that position, that higher position that you have from SUVs. If you compare normal, like limousines cars, where you're kind of seated very close to the ground, compared to these SUVs where you're kind of sitting in a higher position where you can really kind of dominate the road. It's really a very good car and really enjoyable to drive. It is also like silent, and yeah, this is very common to all these electric car. And yeah, so the people from old Mustang like wanting to have that noise, they're gonna really not like this version of the car. From what I've seen, I think these car companies are trying to kind of bring back this noise, like engine noise, but these are artificial noise, I would say, that you know, like the revving and stuff. So I think with this sound system that is put on the cars to kind of make aware the people around the car that the car is around, you know, because people have been complaining, and I think the European Union put it in the law that the car need to have like a sound system that kind of makes some noise to make people around it aware that the car is there. So I think it's going to be the same system that they're going to be using. It's my thoughts on this car. So I really loved it. I really enjoyed like having this car and kind of driving it around. It was a very interesting experience. It's totally different from what I'm used to. I've been in Teslas like the Model S, Model 3, Model Y. I have been in a BMW M, this electric, I think it's i4 something, the M version, which by the way I did not really enjoy the experience because it's a long story and I don't want to make enemies with people at BMW. I really love the company, but yeah, that car is just a mess. But yeah, I really love this one. I really loved the driving this Ford Mustang, and I really enjoyed having it. And it's really like it's really comfortable first of all, but it's also like flexible. You can really, in the turning, you feel in control of the car. Actually, you really feel in control of the car, which is really good and reassuring. My second point is also the fact that yeah, I'm really aware that it's a kind of dividing car, especially amongst like ICE fans and Mustangs fans. But yeah, this is the future, guys. You have to give up. You really lost this kind of not important war, and yeah, climate change is the reality. And yeah, you're gonna find a way to really like this electric car, because yeah, this is the future and it's good for us. We are really lucky and really happy we have this electric car. Point number 3 is just to encourage these ICE makers, these traditional car makers, to really go in this direction. The more you make these cars, the more you take the time to really learn about these new customers, these new systems, these new operating systems, these new ways of doing it, the better it's going to be. The better it's going to be for you economically, the better it's going to be for us also, like on a health like basis. So please, yeah, I'm encouraging you to go forward with these cars and really kind of continue to make more of these cars. Electric is fun, electric is very good, and it's economical. Like, it makes sense economically, I want to say. And then the question, would I buy this car? So the answer is no, but it is no because I'm not a traditional fan of Mustangs. I really love those cars, but yeah, it's not my cup of tea, first of all. And the second thing is that I've experienced better systems, better cars. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying this car. But the good thing, when I compare it to the other ones, to the BMW that I mentioned earlier, this car is far better than these ones. It's really good because it has you can calculate the route, you can calculate the itinerary for you to go from point A to point B, which is not trivial with electrical cars. So some of these other companies, they don't have that, and this is really crucial because if like me, I'm living here in Zug, and Milan, for example, it's like three hours and a half away from here. When I have my car which is charged at 50%, 70%, 60%, it doesn't matter. I need to know if I can go and get to Milan. I need to go if I can go and get to my point B, you know. And if I can't, I need to know how many times I need to charge actually. Am I going to need to charge twice? Am I going to need to charge once? And also, where is this next charger? You know, these are information that people, you know, we take them for granted because we used to be driving ICEs and everywhere we could have like a petrol station, but this is not the case for electrical cars. So we need to be able to plan travels, and I need to be at peace knowing that yes, my car is charged at this level and my car can take me to this, from this point to this point. So yes, this is a very good car. I really enjoyed it. Ford France, thank you again for letting me test your car. And yes, I'm encouraging people to go check these cars and then to start buying them. So thanks again for watching this video. This is a very short one. By the way, people, watch the latest video on Tesla. I'm going to be continuing to make these videos about the mobility of the future. I think I talked in the past about testing cars from I remember talking about Polestar 2. Yes, so I'm going to be working on managing to get a Polestar that I could test and then yeah, have a drive and then tell you guys about. I will try to make it a bit longer and a bit more complete as a video with a bit more details, but yes, that's the idea. And crossing fingers, I've seen a lot of BMWs i7 around here, and I'm probably sure there is a BMW car dealership around. So yeah, I'm going to be harassing them to try to also get my hands on an i7, because the i7 seems to be like a more luxurious and more expensive system. So I have more expectation about that system, that car. Didn't check anything. I didn't check a lot of things on the internet, but yes, I will probably try to harass them. Also, Porsche Switzerland, Porsche AG. Yes, yeah, I will try to get my hands on a Taycan, but yeah, it's probably a bit more complicated, but I've seen some around here, and yes, I will also be trying to test. So those three cars, Polestar 2, BMW i7, and then Porsche Taycan. So thanks again for watching these videos. And yeah, stay around. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and yes, to also put in the comment what questions do you have about this series, about the mobility of the future, or any other question about productivity and yes, technology in general. Thanks a lot, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Have a blast.